The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 2 has released on Disney+, and I've had the chance to watch the latest episode, which includes standout scenes, Star Wars Easter eggs, and more to break down. In particular, I'm going to be explaining the plot and ending for The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 2, entitled The Passenger, in the aim to help you guys gather a greater sense of what happened. This analysis will also contain spoilers, so if you do happen to be someone who isn't up to date on Season 2, then I would recommend watching this video after you've caught up. If you want to see more uploads on every episode of The Mandalorian Season 2, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a like rating. But without further ado, let's dive into my breakdown and explained video for The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 2. So last week, The Mandalorian Season 2 got off to a great start with an Easter egg and action-packed episode that also ended with the series' biggest cameo appearance to date. But now the question that arises is whether the rest of the season can live up to that opener. And could Episode 2 possibly live up to the return of the Tusken Raiders, the Krayt Dragon battle, and of course Boba Fett? Well, now that the episode has been released and I've had a chance to watch it, I personally don't think that it does. While Episode 2 includes all the action and fun we've come to expect from The Mandalorian, and possibly even more through the direction of Peyton Reed, it's definitely a smaller, more standalone story as Mando fights off deadly ice spiders with a precious cargo. I don't necessarily mind that they took a smaller approach to this episode, but it would have been nice to have seen more development from what we were left with in Episode 1, rather than deter slightly from the big talking points. It just felt like a step down, and the character development here was more separated than concerned with narrative growth. Still, for anyone just watching the series to see what Baby Yoda will get up to, this turns out to be the main positive. The child takes the spotlight, and again it is stressed that Mando will do anything to protect him, even if he causes humorous trouble along the way. Beginning back on Tatooine, where Season 2's first episode kicked off, Chapter 10, The Passenger, initially sees our heroes in trouble when they're ambushed on their way back to Mos Eisley by a gang of ruffians. It doesn't take long for Mando to take care of them in what looked to be a problem, with the final attacker enduring an entertaining death by Din's jetpack. After this, Mando and Baby Yoda are back on their quest of hunting the other Mandalorians. Sadly, this doesn't mean catching up with Boba Fett or getting into the Mandalorian plot more deeply, but instead he takes a new job ferrying an alien mother and her unfertilized eggs to a neighbouring system in return for information about a different collection of Mandalorians said to be hiding nearby. From here onwards, he pretty much escorts the Frog Lady, travelling outside of hyperspace to deliver the goods. But of course, everything goes wrong when the Razor Quest is pulled over by a couple of X-Wing pilots, concerned that the ship doesn't have the right sort of documentation to pass. Mando tries to escape them, which leads into a chase on a nearby planet, which reminds us of the Hoth landscape we are used to seeing in the franchise. The Mandalorian and his passengers eventually escape the X-Wing pilots, but hit a hard landing and get stuck in icy caves, apparently unable to escape. This is already bad enough, but on top of this, the mother of the eggs he's transporting decides it's time to enjoy a hot bath, and Baby Yoda uses her eggs as food, making things difficult for Din Djarin as he tries to fix the cargo. As the Frog Lady takes a bath in the caves, soon all three characters are overwhelmed by horrible alien spiders you traditionally meet in a Star Wars video game. Again, after the heights of the first episode, this all feels a little more basic storytelling wise, but not every episode can be quite so packed full of big reveals and Easter eggs, and this episode probably makes up for it for many by giving more screen time to Baby Yoda. After taking a relative back seat in episode 1, in this episode he's everywhere. From crying innocently as he's taken away from Mando, shuffling around as he runs from foes, and trying to eat the various other species' eggs, we definitely return to what we loved about his character, and it's a reminder of what this show is really about most of the time. A cute alien getting into situations, while a gunslinger chases after him like a parent. It's also worth noting that technically, it feels like the visual effects for Baby Yoda have been enhanced this time around, with his green figure moving more expressively and with more clarity. Whether he's furiously battling baby spiders off his head or exchanging a knowing look with his famous guardian, Baby Yoda feels more real, and we can only hope we'll see even more sides of him as Season 2 progresses. But as we come to the ending and return to our characters being attacked by hundreds of spiders, we get a small Easter egg to their Empire Strikes Back origin. The design of these ice spiders matches a decades-old concept drawing by famed Star Wars artist Ralph McQuarrie for knobby white spiders that could have been on Yoda's planet Dagobah in 1980's hit film. McQuarrie's design later evolved into a large predatory spider that has appeared in several episodes of the animated series of Star Wars Rebels. Mando, Baby Yoda, and the Frog Lady are pushed back by these spiders into the cargo, where Mando attempts to hold them off for as long as he can with his blaster rifle. When all hope looks lost as a huge mother spider is attacking the front of the ship, blasters and laser fire from outside kills all the spiders and saves the main characters. It turns out to be the rebels who saved the day, or at least the two X-Wing pilots we saw earlier on in the episode, blasting away at the remaining spiders and letting Mando go in return for some kindness he showed one of their colleagues in the last season. He's now back on track to finding the other Mandalorians, and through them can hopefully take the child back to its own people. I doubt it will be as simple as it sounds, as it would be logical to keep growing Mando and Baby Yoda's connection across multiple seasons, but we will have to wait and see what route the writers take. But that was my brief breakdown video explaining the plot and ending for The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2. I thought this second episode was okay as an individual entry in the series, but I can't help but feel like the centered story needs a few entries that will give it weight and also deepen the characters that we are invested in. I thought after the ending and events of episode 1, we may start to build on what was set up and really get audiences involved with the main narrative at play. However, it seems like they are branching away in certain episodes again and taking more time to set up the interesting developments. Regardless, I'm happy that they return to focus more on Baby Yoda and stressing the importance that the character has in the narrative this season. With a bit more storytelling weight and growth across consistent episodes, I think my issues can be addressed, and hopefully it will make the end of Season 2 as strong as the finale in the opening season. I'm giving Episode 2 of The Mandalorian Season 2 a 6.5 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown and review, and overall, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on next week's episode to further the story of this season. I'm also intrigued to hear all of your thoughts on Episode 2, so let me know down below in the comment section, as well as listing your predictions for Episode 3. For more videos on The Mandalorian Season 2 over the next few months, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating. I will be doing an explained and review video for every episode this season, alongside bringing updates on the new Star Wars show, so make sure to keep a lookout for whenever I post. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.